My ex-girlfriend said, "I gave your apartment key to my new boyfriend. He needs a place to crash sometimes." I replied, "Interesting decision." Then I had the locks changed that afternoon while she was at work. When she and her new boyfriend showed up at midnight with their bags and couldn't get in. Original post 29 male. Need to write this down before I lose my mind or start second-guessing what just happened. 2 weeks ago, my girlfriend and I broke up. Pretty standard stuff. We'd been together about 1.5 years. She'd been staying at my place for 8 months or so. Things got stale. We had the talk, agreed to part ways. No drama, no fights, just done. The apartment's mine. Lease in my name, always been my place. She just gradually moved in over time. When we split, I told her she could take her time finding somewhere new. Couple weeks, maybe a month, whatever. I'm not trying to throw anyone on the street. She said she'd stay with her coworker while she looked for a place. Started packing boxes, taking stuff gradually. Seemed fine. This afternoon I'm working from home, halfway through a project deadline, when my phone buzzes. "Hey, so just FYI, I gave your apartment key to my boyfriend. He needs a place to crash sometimes, and I still have some stuff there, so it makes sense." I read it, then read it again, then one more time because surely I was hallucinating. My apartment key to her boyfriend. A boyfriend she apparently acquired in the 2 weeks since we broke up, and she just decided this was happening. Interesting decision. Or don't be weird about it, it's practical. That was it. No, is this cool? No, can we discuss this? Just her informing me that some random dude I've never met now has access to my home. Something clicked in my brain. Not anger exactly, just this cold, crystal clear understanding that I'd been way too nice and it was time to stop. I Googled emergency locksmith, called the highest rated one. Guy said he could come that afternoon, quoted me around $300. How fast can you get here? 2 hours? I'll throw in an extra 50 if you make it 90 minutes. He made it in 70, changed both locks, the deadbolt and the handle. Handed me 3 shiny new keys. I put the old locks in a drawer just in case I needed proof of anything later. Didn't text her, didn't call. Just paid the guy and went back to my spreadsheet. That night I'm in bed scrolling through my phone when I hear it. Key in the lock. Scraping, again, harder this time. Then voices. "Babe, are you sure this is right?" "Yes, I'm sure." "Maybe try wiggling it?" More scraping, frustrated grunting, then pounding on the door. I got up, looked through the peephole, my ex standing there with 2 massive duffel bags. Next to her is this tall guy with a man bun and a backpack, looking extremely annoyed. The pounding got louder. "I know you're in there. Open the door." I undid the chain, opened up. "Hey," her face went red. "The key doesn't work. Did you change the locks?" "Yeah." "What the hell? Let us in." "Can't do that." "What do you mean you can't? I have stuff here. I told you he was coming." Man bun stepped forward. "You dude, this is pretty messed up. She lives here." I looked at him. "And you are?" "I'm her boyfriend. We're both tired and need to sleep." "Well, she doesn't live here. Never did legally, and you definitely don't." "My ex lost it?" "Are you kidding me right now? You can't just lock me out. You gave my key to a stranger without asking. What did you think was going to happen?" "He's not a stranger. He's my boyfriend." Same thing from where I'm standing. Man bun tried to puff up. "We're not leaving until you let her get her stuff." "Her stuff is still inside. She can get it tomorrow. Reasonable hours." "This is crazy. Where am I supposed to go?" She was practically shrieking now. "Anywhere else? You said you had your coworker's place?" "She's not home. I can't just show up." "Sounds like you didn't plan very well." Man bun actually tried the door handle. Like literally tried to force his way in. I just stared at him. "Don't touch my door." "Or what? You gonna call the cops?" Cocky little smirk. I pulled out my phone, started dialing. My ex immediately switched gears. "Wait. Okay, we'll go, but I'm getting my stuff tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Text me a time between 9 and 6. I'll have it packed. You can pick it up in the lobby." "The lobby?" "Yup. You're not coming inside. You're such an asshole right now." "Probably, but you gave out my key, so we're past me being the nice guy." Man bun pulled her shoulder. "Come on, babe, let's just go." This guy's being ridiculous. They left, arguing the whole way down the hallway. Something about, "I thought you said it would be fine," and, well, how was I supposed to know he'd be a psycho? I locked the door, put a chair under the handle because paranoia, and honestly slept great. Update 1. The next morning my phone started blowing up early. Like way too early for a Saturday. I need my stuff now. This is ridiculous. Me, 9-6. Pick a time. I'm coming now. I have a key. Me, no, you don't. You can't keep my property hostage. Me, it's not hostage. Pick a time. Then she called. I ignored it. She called again. Ignored. Then a different number called. Had to be Man Bun. Ignored. Then another number I didn't know. Definitely her using someone else's phone. Finally she texted, fine. 10 o'clock. I'm bringing him and my mother. You can't stop me from getting what's mine. Oh good, the mom. This was gonna be fun. I spent the next hour packing her stuff. Wasn't much. Clothes, makeup, some books, those weird decorative pillows she loved, her essential oil diffuser thing. 4 boxes total. Brought them down to the lobby myself. The security guard looked at the boxes, then at me. Trouble? You could say that. Need me around? Couldn't hurt. They showed up mid-morning. My ex, Man Bun, and her mom, who immediately zeroed in on me like a heat-seeking missile. You have nerve, locking my daughter out of her home. Morning, her stuff's right here. She has rights. You can't just throw someone out. I pulled out my phone, showed her a photo of the lease. My name, my apartment. She was a guest. We broke up. She doesn't have access anymore. The security guard cleared his throat. Ma'am, legally he's correct. If she's not on the lease and they're not married, it's his residence. The mom ignored him completely. She has belongings, furniture, things she paid for. Everything she paid for is in these boxes. The furniture was mine before she moved in. My ex was already tearing into the first box, digging through frantically. Where's my Sephora makeup bag? Should be in box 3. She ripped it open, found it, kept digging. My work blazers? Box 2. My hair straightener? Box 4. She was getting more frantic, like she was hoping I'd forgotten something major that would force me to let her upstairs. Man Bun was on his phone, completely checked out. The mom was still death glaring me. This is theft. You're stealing from her. Ma'am, it's all right here. I want to inspect the apartment, make sure nothing's missing. Not happening. You can't refuse me. The security guard stepped closer. Actually, ma'am, he can. You're not a resident, you're not on any lease, and you need to lower your voice or I'll have to ask you to leave. The mom's face went purple. Do you know who I am? I'm a real estate agent. I know tenant rights. Then you know she doesn't have any here. My ex slammed a box shut. You know what? Fine, but I left my diffuser plugged in. It's probably destroyed and you owe me for it. I pulled up a photo on my phone. Her diffuser, unplugged, wrapped in bubble wrap, sitting in box 1. Packed it myself, unplugged it earlier this week. Her mouth actually hung open. Man Bun looked up from his phone. Babe, can we go? I got work soon. No, he owes me. The mom jumped in. She had a verbal agreement to stay here. That's a contract. We broke up, pretty sure that ends any agreement. That's not how it works. How does it work then? Silence, just angry sputtering. The security guard was clearly trying not to laugh. Folks, you have your belongings, time to leave. I demand to see that apartment. The mom was fully unhinged now. He could be keeping her jewelry, her valuables. She doesn't have valuables, ma'am, and if she did, they'd be packed. My ex started crying. Angry crying where your whole face gets blotchy. You know I needed somewhere to stay. You told me you had your coworker's place. She's gone this weekend. And that's my problem. How? Because we were together. You owe me. Man Bun tugged her arm. Seriously, babe, we can just go to my place. Your place is a shithole. The look on his face. Like he was just realizing what he'd gotten himself into. The mom tried again. My daughter contributed to that household. Groceries, cleaning, her labor has value. She ate the groceries, cleaned her own messes, we're even. This is financial abuse. The security guard's patience finally snapped. Ma'am, that's a serious accusation. You got proof? Nothing. Right, take your boxes and go, now. They loaded everything into Man Bun's car, beat-up Honda Civic that could barely fit all 4 boxes. My ex kept shooting me looks that could kill. The mom was on her phone, probably calling everyone in her contact list to complain. As they were leaving, Man Bun walked back over, trying to look tough. Just so you know, you're gonna regret this. Am I? Treating women like this? Karma's coming for you. I treated her like an adult. She gave consequences. Whatever, dude. You're just mad she moved on. She's literally homeless, but okay. He didn't have a comeback for that, just walked away. The security guard watched them drive off. Well, that was entertaining. Sorry you had to deal with that. Nah, I've seen worse. Lady on 3 threw a toaster at her ex last year. I went back upstairs. The apartment felt different, lighter somehow. Got a text that afternoon. Her, you're gonna pay for this. I'm getting a lawyer. Me, cool. Have them contact my landlord for lease verification. Radio silence after that. Update 2. So remember how she threatened a lawyer? Yeah, that went exactly nowhere. But the entitlement? That evolved. Few days after the lobby incident, there's a knock on my door. 2 cops standing there looking bored. Sir, got a call about an illegal lockout. Mind if we come in? She actually did it. Called the cops. I let them in, showed the lease, explained everything. The older cop sighed. So your ex-girlfriend, not on the lease, gave someone else your key? Yup. And you changed the locks? Yup. And now she's claiming illegal eviction. Apparently. Sir, you're fine. She was never a tenant, no legal standing here. That's what I figured. As they left, the younger cop turned back. Hey man, get a camera if you don't have one. This stuff usually gets worse before it gets better. Smart advice. I ordered a video doorbell that night. Installed it the next day. Perfect timing too, because a couple nights later, middle of the night, my phone buzzes with a motion alert. I check the app and there they are. My ex and man bun, both clearly drunk, trying the door handle. She tried her old key. Failed. Started hammering on the door. Open up! I know you're in there. I just watched through the app. Man bun actually tried to kick the door. Once. The door didn't move and he immediately grabbed his foot, hopping around. She screamed at him for being useless. They left after a few minutes. I saved the footage and went back to sleep. Next morning, email from building management about noise complaints on my floor. I sent back the video with context. Building manager called me directly within an hour. We're issuing a trespassing warning. If she comes back, call police immediately. Appreciate it. We're also banning her from the building. Updated security. Should have been the end, right? Nah. The mom showed up at my workplace. My workplace. Security called HR. HR called me down. By the time I got to the lobby, security was already escorting her out while she screamed about lawyers and theft and justice. HR wanted the full story. I showed them everything. Texts, videos, police report, building manager's email. They documented it and said if she came back, they'd pursue legal action. My boss pulled me aside later. This is your personal business, but it's affecting work now. Handle it however you need to. I consulted with a lawyer. They said I had solid grounds for a restraining order, would cost around $1,500 to file properly. I was still thinking about it when my ex made the decision for me. She posted my address online, like on some forum, asking if anyone wanted to teach this guy a lesson about respecting women. Complete with my apartment number and supposed work schedule. Found out because my neighbor showed me. He'd seen it randomly while browsing and recognized the address. Filed for the restraining order that Friday. Court date set for the following week. Also filed a police report about the online post. They said it constituted harassment and possible incitement. The night before court, man bun showed up alone. Buzzed the intercom. Dude, you gotta drop this court thing. She's freaking out bad. I opened the intercom. She posted my address online. She was just venting. Didn't mean anything. Actions have consequences. You're ruining her life over nothing. She ruined her own life. I just changed my locks. He stood there a minute. I could almost see his brain working, probably realizing he'd hooked up with someone completely unhinged. When this comes back on you, don't say I didn't warn you. Noted. Leave before I call the cops for trespassing. He left. Court was surreal. She showed up without a lawyer, wearing this try-hard professional outfit that just looked desperate. The judge read through my evidence, texts, videos, screenshots, police reports, the workplace incident. Ma'am, do you have any contradicting evidence? He locked me out of my home where I lived. Were you on the lease? No, but Did you pay rent to the landlord? No, I gave him. So you stayed there informally, and the relationship ended. Yes, but he made me homeless. You made yourself homeless by giving his key to another person without permission, then continuing to harass him after he set reasonable boundaries. You also posted his address online with what could be interpreted as incitement to violence. That's serious. I was upset, understandable, still illegal. Restraining order granted. 1 year. She has to stay 100 feet from me, my home, and my work. Walking out felt like finally being able to breathe after being underwater. Final update. 3 weeks since the restraining order. Time to close this out because I need to stop living in this drama. The restraining order didn't fix everything, but it helped. She can't contact me directly. Didn't stop her friends, though. Random numbers texting me about how she's really struggling and can I just talk to her? Delete. Block. Repeat about 8 times. Her mom tried calling my mom. Bad move. My mom apparently said, "Your daughter harassed my son at work and posted his address online. She's lucky he didn't press charges," and hung up. The consequences caught up, though. Found out through mutual people that she lost her job. Not my doing. She'd been missing work for court stuff, having emotional breakdowns, ranting to coworkers constantly. Her boss, find a performance plan. She failed. Gone. Man bun dumped her about a week after court. According to the grapevine, he realized she was broke, homeless, legally barred from half the city, and her mom was way too involved. He bailed. She's living with her mom now, the same woman who screamed about me making her daughter homeless. Last week I ran into one of her old coworkers at a coffee shop. She recognized me. "You're her ex, right?" "Yeah." Just FYI, we all knew she was a mess. She used to brag about staying at her boyfriend's place rent-free and how easy guys are to manipulate. That tracked. Sorry you dealt with her at work. We're glad she's gone. She made everything about her drama. Me? I'm doing okay. The apartment feels like mine again. Repainted, new stuff, erased her presence bit by bit. Therapy's helping. Turns out constant bad boundary violations and victim playing does damage. Working through it. Not dating. Not ready. Trust issues are real, and I'm not dragging someone else into this. Work's been solid. Boss actually gave me a small raise for handling external pressures professionally, which I think means sorry your ex is nuts. The doorbell camera's quiet now. No more drunk visits, no attempted break-ins. Just normal building traffic. I still check it constantly, though. The restraining order has 10 months left. Part of me wonders what happens when it expires. Will she try again? Or will she have found someone new to leech off? Not my problem either way. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Standing your ground feels awful in the moment. When she was crying in the lobby, when her mom was screaming, when Man Bun was trying to intimidate me, every part of me wanted to just give in and make it stop. But being the nice guy is how I ended up with someone living rent-free in my place, giving out my keys, treating my home like a crash pad for her new boyfriend. So I chose boundaries, chose consequences. The satisfying part isn't her crashing and burning. It's not having to deal with it anymore. She can implode somewhere else. Not my circus. My lease is up in 6 months. Thinking about moving somewhere bigger, fresh start. New building, 0 memories. To anyone in a similar spot, set the boundaries. They'll call you heartless, cruel, abusive. They'll cry and manipulate and threaten. Do it anyway, because the alternative is letting someone treat your home and safety like communal property. My ex made her choices, stayed rent-free while planning her exit, started something with Man Bun while in my space, gave him my key without asking, played victim when I protected myself. Every consequence came from her own actions. I just refused to cushion the fall, and I sleep better now. The apartment's quiet, the door's secure. I'm the only one with a key. That's the real win.